Hi guys and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you how to draft this bra pattern. So it is a beginner friendly, everything will be provided step by step. I love this pattern because it does provide good coverage if you have a bigger bust and also a smaller bust, and it also gives good amount of support. So guys, before we waste any time, don't forget to give this tutorial a good thumbs up and let's get started.
So I'm going to start by marking quarter of my bust round circumference. At this point, my quarter of bust round circumference is actually 23 centimeters. So I'm going to mark a square and I'm going to divide it into 4 equal parts. So I'm going to mark my square A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And the middle line is going to be H. So right here, guys, I forgot to mark a center line that marks from B to F. Please make sure that you do that also. So right on this line, I'm going to mark I. So from F, I'm going to mark 4 cm from the center line, and then on the other side, I'm also going to mark 4 cm. Right on the H point going down, I'm going to also mark 4 cm. When I am done, I'm going to connect this 2 point from the 4 cm to letter I, and the 4 cm again on the other side to letter I. Then from E, I'm going to mark 3.5 diagonally like this, and I'm also going to mark 3.5 also on G. Then I'm going to go ahead now and connect these 2 points to create my cup. Now from that point, I'm also going to create a dot, and like as shown here on the screen. And this over here, there's 2 pieces that are going to form as a lower cup. So from H, I am going to mark 4 cm, and also from D, I am going to mark 4 cm, and then join these 2 points to letter I right on the center. Now from here, I'm going to mark or go up by 2 cm, and then go in by 1.5 cm. Connect these 2 points as shown on the screen. Now on the B point right on the center line, I'm going to mark 2 cm from the center line, and then again mark 1.5 cm. Now from that 2 cm, I'm going to create a neckline. Now on C, I am going to go down by 4 cm, and then connect it to that 1.5 centimeter just to create an armhole. And then right now our upper cup is complete. Now creating the cradle, you want to measure the width of H and G. For my case, it's 11 cm. And then I'm going to mark the length, which is from G to E, and it's going to be 22 cm. So I'm going to mark a rectangle of around 11 cm by 22 cm. Then I'm going to find a center point of this rectangle, and I'm going to mark it all the way down. Now right on the side, I'm going to mark 1 cm. Right, and right on the center line over here, I'm going to go down by 9 cm. I'm going to go ahead and label my rectangle A, B, C, D, E, and F. Now from A, I'm going to connect this point of 1 cm all the way to the E and B line with an in curve. And then from C, I'm going to mark down 2 cm, and also right on the top, I'm going to mark 2 cm. Then connect these 2 points with a diagonal line. With an in curve, I'm going to connect this point to the E and B line. Now moving on to D, I am going to go in by 2.5 cm and then connect this line with the diagonal line like so. And then on F, I'm going to go up by 1 cm and then blend this point with the center line, which is the E point. Now, once we're done, it's time for us to draft the bend pattern. So in order for you to create the bend, I'm going to go ahead and measure the side of the cradle, which is around 9.5 cm. And I'm going to mark a 9.5 cm line over here. And that is going to be the part that connects the cradle and the bend. If you want to know the size of your bend, I'll definitely post a tutorial on how to calculate your bend size. Please do check that one out. And the width of my bend is going to be around 5 cm or 2 inches. This depends on the hook and eye, on the size of your hook and eye. So now my bend is complete. It's time for us to cut out this pattern.
Okay, quick one. After you've drafted a pattern, of course you're going to add seam allowance. But seam allowance depends on the types of elastic that you're going to be using. I do have a tutorial and I'm going to post it down in the description below. If you're going to be using a fold over elastic or you're going to be using a picot elastic, it actually explains where exactly you should add seam allowance on your pattern. So please do check that one out. So now let's go and cut out our pattern.
Right now here, I'm going to go ahead and smoothen out the pointed edges on my lower cup because I don't want them to look weird as we sewed the bra. And I'm also going to do the same thing also onto the other cup. Right now, I want this lower cup to be one piece on the new pattern paper. I'm going to go ahead and trace it right the top part first. And then you will notice when you join the two, there will be a gap. Try to close it at the bottom and then continue tracing the bottom part. And also you just join it also on the side like so. Once you're done, we want to go ahead and cut out our lower cup pattern. And over here, I've added a seam allowance of 0.5 seam, except on the neckline and also on the armhole. Even on the band on the top, I did not add seam allowance, and also on the center front. So I went ahead and I cut out the lower cup on a sheer cup lining, which is a non-stretch material. This is for support. And also the upper cup, I cut also sheer cup lining non-stretch, but then one layer I've cut on a stretch lace. Okay, so I'm going to place a non-stretch material under the stretch lace. As you can see, it doesn't stretch at all. My cradle, I'm also going to cut it also on a non-stretch material. And the band, make sure that you cut it on a lycra fabric, which is a stretchy material. So right now we're going to join the lower cup with the upper cup. I'm going to take the lace and place it right sides facing with the lower cup. And I did create some center notch. And I'm going to take the other layer, which is a non-stretch fabric of the upper cup, pin around it. And then as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and sew a straight stitch of 0.5 seam allowance. And once you're done, you're going to turn this the correct side. As you can see, all the seams are actually hidden in between the layers of the upper cup. So I'm going to go ahead and sew a top straight stitch. Once you're done, you're going to create a center marking on the lower cup of your bra and also right on the center of the cradle. I'm just going to place a pin right there. And right on this center point, I'm going to just join the cup to the cradle and I'm just going to pin the cup all around the cradle. Now once you're done doing so, you want to go ahead and take it to the sewing machine, and this is how it will look. So right on the inside, I went ahead and I sewed it or joined this 2 with a 0.5 seam allowance, and now we need to also stitch or connect the band with the cradle, and I'm going to go ahead and sew 0.5 seam allowance right on the side. And this is how it looks. I used my serger to join the 2. Okay, so now I'm going to connect the channeling, and I'm going to attach it in between the seam that connects the channeling including the cup. That's where I'm going to actually place the channeling. So this is how I'm going to do it, and so it with a straight stitch. And this is how it looks. Under the channeling, you will see that there's going to be some excess fabric. You want to go ahead and just trim that off. This will help the bra to look so professional on the inside. And this is how it looks. Next thing, I'm going to attach a picot elastic on the neckline. Please make sure when you attach the elastic on the neckline, you do not pull it. So I've attached this picot elastic, and I'm going to go ahead and flip it in and sew a zigzag stitch, and this is how it looks on the outside. Now for the armhole, I'm going to pull the elastic just a little bit, and as you can see, I used my zigzag stitch to attach it, and I left a little bit of elastic hanging right on the tip. I'm going to flip it in also and sew a top zigzag stitch. So guys, for the under bust elastic, I am going to use a picot elastic, but it's a bit wider than the one I use on the neckline and also the armhole. I'm going to attach it, and make sure you do not pull too much, but just enough so as to sit comfortable on the under bust. Now before you flip it in, we are going to go ahead and attach the strip. This is my slider and also the ring, and I've went ahead and I cut a strip of around 3.5 inches long, which I'm going to attach on this strip also, and this is also my strip. On my pattern, the band pattern, I went ahead to cut it in half just to identify on the band where I'm going to be placing my strip. And right on the center fold of my pattern, I'm going to place a pin. Also on the other side of the band, I'm also going to place a pin, right? And then I'm going to take the strip of 3.5 long, and I'm going to insert a slider, and then I'm going to fold it in a little bit like so, and then attach it right on the center point I've marked on the band. Go ahead and sew a straight stitch. Once you're done, this is how it will look on the band. Now the next thing what you want to do is to flip the band in now. So you want to go ahead and flip the band in and sew a zigzag stitch. If you want to know how I actually fix a strap, please also do check out the tutorial that I will post down on the description below. So once I've attached my strip on the ring, I'm going to go ahead right sides facing and then connect it on the tip of the cup that I asked you guys to leave. Sew a straight stitch. Once you're done sewing a straight stitch, you want to push the strip right behind of the cup and sew a top straight stitch right in front. So once you're done, this is how it will look. Now the next thing that we need to do is to attach the hook and eye. So I have a channel of a hook and eye. So I really love this channel of hook and eye because I can decide the width of the band that I want. So go ahead now and cut the amount that you want if you're using the same hook and eye as mine. So this one actually has an opening right at the back like so. So also the hooks right also have an opening. As you can see, this is the opening. You can just attach it right on the tip of your band and then sew a straight stitch. So right now I'm just pinning down the hooks And then I'm also going to go ahead and attach the eyelid of the hook and eye. Took this into the sewing machine and I sew a straight stitch. Now going inside of your bra, don't forget to press or sew down the channeling. Right on the edge, you want to go ahead and sew down the channeling right round. And this over here, guys, is the end result of our bra. I really love this bra and I hope you guys will try it out. It's very comfortable and it does have support. So as for me, guys, see you on the next one.